Hello, YouTubers. This is Sincere Michael from Screw You Productions, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called The Cinnamon Crystal Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, and do the best not to breathe very hard into the microphone and cause me any type of feedback in this podcast audio recording. Now, anyway, let's get into this. Let's get into episode 27, the new episode. Let's get into episode 27, the new episode of Cinnamon Crystal season 3. Now, the latest episode starts us like this. We see somewhere on now, we see this weird lady with red hair talking to this Crystal. Crystal is projecting some weird guy's face. Now, the weird guy was talking about the three set of gardens being Pluto, who said Pluto, said Uranus, and said Neptune. Each of them is just he was talking about each of these three share the guardians that they call the outer share guardians, since they planets are far away from the other planets. Each of them has three powerful talisman items that they use as weapons. Now, Uranus sword is Neptune's mirror, and Pluto's top staff. Now, these three treasures were in this unlock two powerful things. One being a powerful item that gives you the ultimate power. Gives you a ultimate power. The other unlocking the Guardian of Destruction, being Saturn. So basically, the guy who was talking to this red-haired lady saying, "We need to find these three items. That way they can unlock Saturn and give her the ultimate item, infuse the ultimate item with Saturn. That way we can rule the whole universe." So anyway, we cut to. So anyway, back in Tokyo on Earth, we cut to a little girl having a dream about said of Pluto, said of Neptune, said of Uranus, holding the three items. Now, it turns out this little girl has to be Hotaru, or AKA said of Saturn. But at the same time, Derry, aka Tuxedo Mask, was having the same dream as Hotaru. So basically, Derry woke up from the dream. He was like, He was like wondering. Wondering who was those other two shared guardians with said Pluto. Now, according to at this point, we all know that according to Winnie, he came back from the future. That said that Pluto is not dead. She's still in recovery, so said Pluto is not dead. So anyway, when the morning time came, Serena was late getting ready for school. Was late getting ready for school. Anyway. Weenie was over downstairs eating breakfast and stuff, and Diana was also downstairs with Luna. Now, ever since Weenie came back from the future, to train with Serena for some stop training, Diana came with her, so basically Diana stayed at Serena's house. In case you guys don't know who Diana is, that is Luna and Artemis' daughter from the future. Now anyway, So anyway, Weenie was ready to leave Serena until she saw this weird news report about monsters attacking students from the school called Mugen School. These weird monster attacks been happening all over the city. Been targeting these students for starting these high school students from Mugen School. Mugen School is a special genius high school that starts from high school all the way up to college. Now anyway, Weenie left Serena. Serena caught up with Darren. Darren was waiting for Serena. Once again, Darren said, once again, you late. And Serena was like, sorry, my line didn't go off. So, giving some, that same bullshit excuse. So anyway, we caught up with Darren and Serena and told them that, that you guys, tell her that I'll see you guys later. And she went off with her friend, just to let them know that I'm heading to school now and shit. So see you guys later. So anyway, Darren and Serena was so happy that Weenie came back from the future to stay with them for a while and shit. So anyway, Serena and Darren was about to kiss, and that's when Gary heard this weird voice who said, "Demon instructor is coming very soon," and that's when he paused, and his face looked like he had this weird, scary face that made him look shook. And Serena was like, look at his face, like, what's wrong? There is nothing, nothing. He was like, he's telling her it's nothing. We're gonna be late for school. So anyway, later, a few minutes later, at this skyscraper building, we see this girl with blue hair, light blue hair, taking a swim in this big ass swimming pool. Now, turns out this girl has to be Michelle, aka Sailor Neptune. Now, when Michelle got out of when she got out of the pool, she made a phone call to this to order a helicopter company to go pick up her boyfriend. Now at the racetrack. Now her boyfriend. So she called her boyfriend at the racetrack. So anyway, at the racetrack, we see her boyfriend just finished a race. Now, when her boyfriend took her time, it happened to be Amara, aka Uranus. Now, Now, Serena Uranus is a girl, but everybody, the whole pit group believes that she is a boy. So basically, she's not a co-Amira. Nobody knows that she is a girl. So basically, she has a boy name. She's not being called by her girl name. She's called by a boy man, by her boy name. I'm not even gonna be calling her by her boy name. I'm just going, Uranus is a girl, so basically I'm gonna be calling her by her girl name, Omara. So Omara got the call from Michelle telling that I sent a helicopter to come pick you up. That way we won't be late for school. Turns out Michelle and Omara goes to the same school. We go to the school called Mugen School, where all these monster attacks was happening at. So anyway, later that day after school, we see Serena and Molly came to the arcade, and there was Ray, Lisa, Amy, and Mina was ready for him. So anyway, Lisa challenged Serena into challenge Serena at the new racing game that the arcade just got. So anyway, basically Serena was not doing very well in the racing game, and somebody suggested gave us some tips to get her back in the race. Now it happened that person who gave her the advice was Myra, aka Uranus. Now, at first, Serena was doing very well for the kid, but she still ended up losing the race, and Myra beat Jupiter. She came in first. Jupiter came second, Myra came in first. So anyway, Molly was telling Trina that I know this dude to somewhere. She was speaking that. I know that she's I know her somewhere, trying to figure out where she know Myra from. So anyway, outside the arcade, we see Darian walked by the arcade, bumped into Michelle, aka Neptune, and once Darian bumped into her, Michelle dropped her Neptune mirror, and Darian is like, oh, sorry, and pick up the mirror and say, I hope I didn't break your mirror. And they said, no, it's not broken, and then we were staring at the mirror like, this, and the mirror had the mark for a set of Neptune on it. It's like, what are we looking, I think I see it, like, it's like, I think I saw this mirror in my dreams, like, like, I think this mirror was in my dream, thinking to himself, like, and he talked to Michelle. It's like, oh, nice looking mirror. It's like, this is a nice looking mirror. And Michelle was like, thank you. This mirror has special powers. And Damian must be saying, maybe it does have special power. Thinking, he's still having a flashback about the dream of the two unknown Shadow Scouts with these rare items in their hand, being one of the mirror that Michelle has on her right now. So anyway, Amaya saw Derek and Michelle talking outside and told the others that, it's time for me to go. was time to me to go, and went outside and tell my girlfriend is outside, so I had to go now. So anyway, so when Maya came outside, Michelle cut the conversation short and told her that had to go. Me and my boyfriend had to go now. Maybe we talk to you later. So that's when Shelby my mind where she know how she know Maya turned out the famous couple that goes to that gene school called Mugen School. And they're the biggest couple on the whole school campus. Maya being a famous race car driver, and Michelle being a famous violinist and shit like that. So anyway, Jerry, Serena, the rest of the girls, Molly and Trevor, were all walking home together, and that's when things start to get very strange. Serena's silver crystal rocket started to glow like a static, in a weird static shock. And this weird black cloud appeared out of nowhere, and while her rocket was going very strangely, they noticed that a couple of students from New Game School was walking by them, and this weird black cow shot out this weird, strange egg that went inside one of the students of New Game School, and started to grow inside her, and the egg turned into a monster that trapped the girl inside the monster's belly. So anyway, Derry told Molly and Seven to go ahead, run. That way they were able to see Serena and the others transform into their Scott forms. So anyway, with the new attacks, with the Center Scouts' new attacks being Jupiter and Venus used their new attacks to restore the monster and free the girl from the Mugen School from the belly of the beast. But once they did so, the girl Jupiter checked her vitals. She wasn't doing very good, so she told she told the crowd of people who got aroused to go call ambulance. Now, during that while looking around, Tina Venus noticed that the Sarah Myra was in the crowd, but they had their backs turned to some reason, thinking that maybe she pictured herself, maybe those two are behind this. So anyway, Gary and the rest of Serena and the rest of the Seder Scouts met at the secret convention, and Lyric was analyzed the data of these new monster attacks. Turns out just like in the news, the news report that we saw, all these monster attacks have been all these monsters have been targeting students that goes to Mugen School. So basically, whoever our new enemy is, they must have something big going at Mugen School. So basically, we might find our new enemy at Mugen School. So basically, Serena said, all right, at once we're all going to investigate Mugen School, and Venus And Serena was still thinking about Michelle and Myra still thinking about Michelle and Myra. Maybe they're the ones behind these attacks. Since they go to Mugen school. So basically, the way they had their backs turned in the class, the way they had their backs turned, like we were seeing suspicious for Venus, but she kept it to herself. And this is how the episode ended. So basically, this was a good start for season 3 of Sailor. This is a good start for the Heart Smasher saga. So anyway, they're not calling the saga the Heart Smasher saga for some reason, but this was a good start. It's also debuts. This was a good debut. Was a good debut. It's introducing Myra, introducing the Irish Scouts. So anyway, like always, this is Michael signing off. 1.